Hi, I'm Ben Hillier and this is ACM. I started off in a studio in London called Eden as an assistant, and I met a producer called Steve Osborne there who I used to engineer for, and then through him I met lots of other producers and engineered for loads of people like Nellie Hooper and Gil Norton and Stephen Street and people like that. So I learned lots of stuff off them. Then I went into production and I started off producing bands like Elbow and Clinic, and I produced an album with Blur and 3 albums with Depeche Mode. I then went into songwriting. I still produce now, but I've got more. I also songwrite now, and I co-write with a singer called Nadine Shah. I mix people like Editors and Peter Perrott and Magic Numbers and Villagers. Today I've got, I brought a couple of sessions with me of stuff that I've been working on recently, so we can go through those and talk about the techniques used recording those and mixing them and producing them and even writing some of them. So it came about through, I think I met Alex, the bass player, and helped him do a remix on a track, and then he introduced me to Graham. I did some solo records with Graham, and then they sort of were looking for someone to help them write some B-sides for a greatest hits album. So we went in and did that, and the B-side turned into the A-side and went on a greatest hits. So it was, and after that we went on and did an album. When I started out it was all analog, 2-inch, and you would spend a lot of time in this, it would take a long time. If you did an album in less than 6 weeks, everyone was amazed. And now we have digital technology and much smaller budgets, so luckily digital technology can be a lot quicker, so you can get stuff done a lot faster, but you have to be really on the ball recording to be able to get stuff done really fast, because you don't get a lot of chance for experimentation nowadays. So while there's a lot more scope for experimentation and manipulation of sound, there's a lot less time to do it. Make sure you get as much out of the musicians as you can. Get the musicians to perform as well as they can with as close to the finished sound as you want them, as you think it will be. Don't expect to be able to get it all good with plugins. If you can get it right from the actual musician and into the microphone, then it's much better. When to be quiet. That's the hardest thing with assistants. You don't want assistants who just sit there and don't say anything. You want them to get to join in, but at the same time, anytime there's choosing your moment is quite important, because if you start saying stuff at a really stressful point, people might start going, shut up, But it's sort of like knowing, sort of taking it all in and just saying things that are really positive and getting involved when it suits is it's the hardest thing to gauge for assistants.